Hi guys, hope you've all had a good weekend. The dollar is at a 2-year low, so let's have a quick look how that's affecting things. The euro dollar still pushing higher, starting to almost go vertical here. Just some key points to be aware of. You can see here what I meant by vertical, really pushing on, going back to levels on the euro not seen since, well, exactly where we're trading, really going back to, well, September 18. 118 handle looks like a pretty good point. It was a breakdown area that we had in that September 2018, so we're keeping a watch how we went around there. Haven't had the pullback yet, which people will be looking for. There's talk of sort of, a lot of people interested in 115, 114 again. But the weakness of the dollar is leading to this pushing higher, not just for the euro, the pound as well, pushing above its high that we had back on the 11th of June. Next area of resistance, I mean, you could potentially be looking to find resistance just above where we're trading here, the previous low, the 10th of March. On the pound, and I've been saying this a lot, but as long as we stay above that 200-day moving average and also the previous resistance turn support, I think you've got to be pretty comfortable staying long this market. Gold still going higher, really pushing on, like silver is as well. Both these markets just having really good months and pushing on. And that is, unbelievably, at the moment, a red candle that you see for gold. Whether that lasts or not, we'll have to wait and see. In terms of pullback areas, it's not really giving that greater opportunity as of yet. For that, Friday's high was dealt with pretty quickly on the open. We'd be looking at any of the previous highs, 4 points, to come in and get in long again, but it's just not appearing for now. S&P equities in general, relatively quiet, it has to be said today. Kind of a key point that I marked up from last sort of week. You've got these previous highs that actually are very key levels, historically turn out to be the low. I actually thought it could well be the low for a while. Didn't turn out to be, but I feel that's going to be a good line in the sand, a good point where the bears need to defend that, because if that doesn't come in, then we're looking at the high of Friday, and then potentially even up towards some of the other breakdown points that we saw on Thursday. If that does hold, and you want to get short, but maybe not from up there, below the pivot looks as a good a point as any. You can see the significance of it being a support, and then you're looking at that triple bottom from overnight today and also Friday as well. So it's actually set up quite nicely, I would say, the S&P. Would I be getting in any trend lines on those lows? You can see we're just starting to develop one. For me, it's more important, I think, just to look at the horizontal levels for now. X marks the spot, and above or below, I would be interested in getting involved. We're coming into that period where volume's starting to pick up. Big day, big week of earnings though as well, so something just to bear in mind as we go on. Oil, let's have a quick look. I was saying on the weekly video yesterday, on the Sunday video, that I'd almost be happy to go long on the open, because I wouldn't have held over the weekend. I'm not in a position, but just the way it's come back to test what had been that previous level. You get a nice close, now we retest. Is this the low for oil? If we have weakness of the dollar, this is going to help oil for sure, push on. And if we get a risk on afternoon that leads into a couple of days pushing on as well, oil could see a new high for the month, and then suddenly you're looking towards $44, which was the low, give or take the sort of the low that we had the 2nd of March. Anyway guys, hope you all have a great day and week.